Hey pumpkins! And welcome to a slice of the Greek mythology that we're about to conquer. Today I'm here with Panda. I can't say your name in English, by the way.
I mean, you can if you want to,
How
but
do you do it?
I just say Marit, because
Oh,
names
fair,
don't change
Marit.
in English.
Oh, like I know that like my name is like Yvonne, and it
Mm-hmm.
sounds like that in English, but like in Dutch it's Yvonne.
Mm-hmm.
So the intonation
Yeah.
is different.
I lived abroad for half a year. I've heard pretty much everything.
So I can just
So,
butcher it. I can keep butchering it.
yeah, pick your choice. It's fine.
I'll just continuously say it the wrong way.
Just pick a different one every time. It's fine.
Okay, cool. No, I'll actually try and do that from now on. Anyways, we are gonna be reading the story of Orpheus and Eurydice as told by Apollonius of Rhodes, Virgil and Ovid, and retold by Edith Hamilton. Um, I do not know if I have the right source or like the complete right myth. If any of y'all have like websites that have the right stories on there, please send them to me.
Please
Cause I
correct
would,
us.
yeah, please help. Also, if you have any myth recommendations that you would like us to do next, please tell them to us in the comments, I guess. Like, recommend them in the comments. We would love to cover whatever y'all are interested in. Um, as always, I am drinking something, which now is iced coffee in this Assassin's Creed cup. And
There.
Marit is drinking water. Like I said, I'm actually gonna do that now. Anyways,
It's
um,
honestly a new one.
oh, I'm actually proud of that one then. Yay me. Um, and you should get a drink as well because you deserve it. Take care of yourself and get comfortable. Maybe get a snack. Treat yourself a little bit as we delve into this story. For some of you, this may be new, but we actually now have a hamster in the background of my videos. This is, you can see him right now because he's buried, but his name is Harry, or as we say in Dutch, Harry. Um,
Harry.
yeah, my sister specified that he's very, very Dutch. So, like, you have to really put emphasis on, like, the R.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's also spelled with like an I and an E instead of just a Y.
That's so cursed.
Yeah, we love to see it.
Anyway,
Anyways, I've got
speaking of
okay.
cursed shit,
We are both like big ass Epic the musical fans. Um, Also just musical fans in general.
yeah.
I used to read a lot of mythology like back in my high school days, but I have to say it all like it kind of simmered out because I am just not reading anymore. I'm actually doing all of these podcasts, so I'm reading more because I forget to read. Um,
Nice.
right? It's like a weird way to stimulate that, but like with my dyslexia and my ADHD, it's bad, man.
Yeah, fair.
Anyway, so have, I do not know that many myths, to be honest.
I
So
read Percy Jackson, and I have a slight upcoming Greek mythology obsession, so
yeah, fair.
we'll
Like
see.
you're my expert on this. Like I'm just going in blind and I'm just quizzing you basically. Like I'll be asking like, "Oh, where's this from?" and then you have to do a
And then I'm
PowerPoint
like,
presentation for me.
I'm just like speed Googling stuff that you ask. It's fine.
It's good. It's good. I have also seen like an entire discussion between Epic the Musical fans and um Percy Jackson fans about
Oh, that's
Calypso.
hilarious.
Yeah, because like people sympathize a lot with Calypso because of Percy Jackson. Because the writer put in a whole backstory for her, but now other people are like, oh, that never actually is in like the mythology or something, and there was this whole discussion about it, and it was very interesting.
But don't people also sympathize with Calypso because of Epic? I've heard people like
Some people
say
have
that they want to live on her island and stuff.
To me, like, I interpret her island as more of like a place where you're just basically kind of hallucinating or like drugged
Yeah,
out.
that's what I meant. But like I've
And
heard
to be
people
honest,
say that it's very
in
that they want that.
this economy,
Fair.
in this reality, like, I would love to just be blissfully
Blissfully unaware of everything.
of anything. No, I'm kidding. No. I would
We do
also,
not stand Calypso on this channel.
if I can just like, well, okay, I think she's a very beautiful, complex character. If you look at it from like the Percy Jackson view, also from like a mythology view.
Mm-hmm.
But
However,
her acts towards Odysseus, in my eyes, are very wrong. But that's also because I can actually relate to Odysseus in that whole situation. Like, to be trapped and stuff with a person, that's basically just...
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I sympathize with Odysseus a whole lot in this. But that does not mean that I can't like Calypso in the way that...
This feels like a story for a different
Yeah,
podcast
this is a
episode, 'cause
this
we
is a
chose another one
difficult
for today.
this is a difficult discussion. At some point we are gonna talk about like the whole Odyssey, and then I'll like rant about all of my Calypso thoughts, I guess.
So that's either going to be a very long podcast, or
Oh,
we'll
that's
do
gonna
it in
be
pieces.
that's gonna be in pieces. That's gonna be like a
Yeah.
9-part episode podcast. So, I mean, we could delve into it next if y'all want us to, but it will be a long sit, like a long sit. Anyways, maybe we should get started because we're
Anyway.
6 minutes in. Just ranting about
This is a good sign for the rest of this.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I still have to get to school in like an hour or so. Haven't even had my breakfast yet.
Oof.
Anyways, let's delve into it. Orpheus, on his mother's side. Also, I'm gonna make you say all the hard names, probably.
Sure.
Okay, great. Orpheus, on his mother's side, he was more than mortal. He was the son of one of the muses and a Thracian prince. His mother gave him the gift of music and phrase, where he grew up fostered it. The Thracians were the most musical of the people of Greece. I am really hoping I'm saying that right.
I think you are.
Okay, thank you. But Orpheus had no rival there or anywhere except the gods alone. I would not want a rival with the gods.
No.
I'll pass. There was no limit to his power when he played and sang. No one and nothing could resist him. In the deep still woods upon the Thracian mountains, Orpheus with his singing lyre led the trees, led the wild beasts of the wilderness. Everything animate and inanimate followed him. I just picture a stone sliding behind this guy. I don't know why. Also, that
Yeah, just some Disney ass like parade of rocks and trees and stones and
the way I'm picturing
all,
it
like,
right now,
dancing and stuff.
it's like him walking, and there's just this massive. There's just literal mountains just following this guy, like collapsing in on itself, and like trees following and everything. Like, that sounds like a horror story to me.
Oh, so true.
I don't know
Yeah.
why my brain immediately goes there, but like,
No, I get it.
right? I think
Yeah.
it's more innocent and like more beautiful, and I don't think mountains are actually like crushing the lands just to get to Orpheus, but in my mind.
They just spring like little feet. It's
Mm.
fine.
Oh my goodness, just like lifts up and there's like 2 stick
Yeah.
figure feet just walking. Oh, that would be great. He moved the rocks on the hillside. I was right, and turned the courses of the rivers. This
No,
man.
the rocks on the hillside, not the entire hillside.
Oh. If he moves enough rocks, at some point it will be the entire hillside.
Fair.
You know, I was like, he may have been just like the first Avatar. You know, Avatar: The Last Airbender reference here.
Oh, that's so funny.
You know, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked, and that's just gonna be... Who's like a... Probably Hephaestus, I guess.
I guess.
He just has to for this thing to work.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's great. It's good. Um, Anyways, when he first met and how he wooed the maiden he loved, Eurydice, we are not told. But it is clear that no maiden he wanted could have resisted the power of his song.
So
They were
funny
married.
Story.
Oh,
In Hades Town, this is told. He just like goes up to her and someone
Oh,
says,
I know
Orpheus,
that
don't
part.
come on too strong, and then he goes, come home with me, and she says, who are you? And he's the man who's gonna marry you, and then it works.
I mean, to be honest, on like the first date, it is funny. Like, Jess and I were already, like, my boyfriend and I were already calling a whole lot, and then he had to go, like, on this ridiculously long train ride just to come see me. And then he saw me, and he said, literally, the moment I saw you, I was like, I'm gonna marry her.
That's adorable.
Like, that's gonna be the wife of my kids. I'm gonna marry that woman. That
the wife
is
of my kids.
the wife, the mother of my kids. No, no. I once saw, like, written in a book, it said, like, I will be a great father and husband to our children. And I was like, what do you mean?
That's concerning.
That's suspicious. That's weird. No, but like he was like, that's gonna be the mother of my children. And this man never wanted kids before, by the way. Like, the moment he saw me, he wanted to start a family. He wanted to get married. All of that jazz. But like, he kept it. He told his mom, but like, apart from that, he kept it to himself. But even
That's so cute.
if he would have immediately told me, like, I'm gonna marry you, I would have been like, yes. Because I had the same feeling with him. Yeah.
So, any guys watching, maybe just try that. Maybe, like, meet a girl and then tell her that you're gonna marry her and that she's gonna be the mother of your children.
Only when you...
Maybe it works.
Only when you actually feel that way. Like,
That's
only when
true,
you
yeah.
are so sure it's your soulmate. Because he
you
moved
do
in,
have
like,
to have
half
that
a year
certainty.
later. And now we've just been living together for, like, more than... almost 2 years, I think.
Oh, damn.
So it's working. And I'm still very much intent on, like, marrying him.
Cool.
Yeah, so it can work.
I am over here painfully single.
I'm just in pain.
Oh my gosh. We're like normal people besides this.
No,
This whole thing.
not me.
Just to be clear.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, neither am I, but like maybe for the sake of the internet, let people think that. So just in case people like Google us or something.
I don't think they can, like, they'll just Google GreekyPie and then they'll see my thumbnails, which one of them is literally, he wants to show me his what about, like, a dating game, and there was just, like, cock in the title, so I don't think I'll leave the best impression here.
Alright, fair enough.
Also the fact
Let's
that I'm, like,
continue.
doing voices to myself whenever I'm playing dating sims while streaming them. Anyways, let's go on.
Let's continue.
They were married, but their joy was brief. Directly after the wedding, as the bride walked in a meadow with her bridesmaids, a viper stung her, and she died.
Oh my god.
That's so quick. To be honest, I now understand why Orpheus just was so hasty. Because he didn't have that much time with her, I guess.
I guess?
Orpheus' grief was overwhelming. He could not endure it. He determined to go down to the world of death and try to bring Eurydice back. We are in the world of death as well. I literally used the epic cover just to, like, make our background today because I thought it was fitting. He said to himself, "Now it's your turn. You can sing."
He said that.
He said,
My song.
sorry.
With my song, I will charm Demeter's daughter. I will charm the Lord of the Dead. Moving their hearts with my melody, I will bear her away from Hades.
He dared more than any other man ever dared for his love. he took the fearsome journey to the underworld. There he struck his lyre, and at the sound all that vast multitude were charmed to stillness.
O gods who rule the dark and silent world, all, to you all born of a woman needs must come. All lovely things at last go down to you. You are the debtor who is always paid. A little while we tarry up on earth, then we are yours forever and forever. But I seek one who came to you too soon. The bud was plucked before the flower bloomed. I tried to bear my loss, I could not bear it. Love was too strong a god, O king. You know, if that old tale men tell is true, how once the flower saw the rape of Proserpine.
Wait, I am gonna Google that really quickly.
Yeah.
You go on, though.
So, if that old man tale is true, how once the flower saw the rape of Proserpine, then weave again for sweet Eurydice, life's pattern that was taken from the loom too quick. See, I ask a little thing, only that you will lend, not give, her to me. She shall be yours when her year's span is full.
So, about that rape of Proserpine, that took a turn.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the story about like a girl getting abducted
Oh,
and
damn.
indeed raped.
Oh, damn.
Jeez. Oh, huh? I see it like here as like the Roman myth, but I
Mhm.
think it's basically the same as Persephone and Hades. So this is confusing
Yeah,
to me.
I saw that link as well.
Yeah.
Um,
So I don't know why there's like Jupiter and Pluto and everything mixed in here. If some
I
of y'all
mean,
know,
I
please let us
think-
know.
I think like the one that we are reading is the Roman one as well.
Really?
Because, like, 2 lines under this song,
Oh, yeah.
poem, whatever, they also talk about Pluto.
Shall we just change the names?
Sure.
Gonna change the names. You can do that whole part over with Persephone. I'm kidding. Just whenever you see
For a second, I
Pluto,
thought that was what it said.
whenever you see like Pluto, just say Hades, I guess. We're just quickly gonna
You would-
switch it to the Greek myth.
Wait, Hades is Pluto?
Yeah.
That's so confusing. Also, why does it... Because he said Hades a couple times. And then now he starts talking about Pluto.
Oh, okay, maybe we should just keep going. This is confusing
We should just keep
indeed.
going. We didn't talk about anything. You guys know what's going on. It's fine.
You guys know what's going on. We don't, but y'all know. We're just relying on y'all just being Greek experts, like...
Like me, apparently.
Yeah. If someone can actually explain that to us, it would be great. I do not understand it.
Leave a comment. Maybe you'll be featured in the next one.
Oh, yeah. We could actually do that. Feature comments and stuff, I can show them. If you want your comment to be shown, just like leave a little pumpkin emoji at the end, so I know I can actually show the entire comment. Otherwise, I will leave them anonymous. Anyways, you were done, right?
I was done.
Okay, I was so distracted by the whole Pluto thing there. Anyways, no one under the spell of his voice could refuse him anything. He drew iron tears from Pluto's cheek, and made hell grant what love did seek. They summoned Eurydice and gave her to him, but upon one condition, that he would not look back at her as she followed him, until they had reached the upper world. So the two passed through the great doors of Hades. And then it's Hades again. Okay, sorry.
No, I think I get it. I think this is like the Greek or the Roman myth, and they talk about Pluto and stuff, and Hades is just the world.
Oh.
Like the underworld is Hades. I think.
Maybe that's because Orpheus moved him into a landslide. Like he made him inanimate. Turned him into a place. To the path which would take them out of the darkness. Climbing up and up, he knew that she must be just behind him, but he longed unutterably to give one glance to make sure. But now they were almost there. The blackness was turning grey. Now he had stepped out joyfully into the daylight. Then he turned to her. It was too soon. She was still in the cavern. He saw her in the dim light, and he held out his arms to clasp her. But on the instant she was gone, she had slipped back into the darkness. All he heard was one faint word.
Farewell.
You know, that sucks so much that he's already out of the cave and then he turned around and she was still in it. Like, how was he supposed to know that she was still in it?
I've also heard versions of this myth where like he could hear her footsteps all the way to like
yeah,
out,
and then they disappeared.
And then on the stairs the footsteps disappeared and that's why he turned around. It's kind of a sucky thing.
It is, like, really. Like, the fact that it's kind of like a trick, in a way.
Yeah. But also, I mean, it wouldn't have been that hard to just, wait for her to talk to him or something, or come give him a hug,
but, like,
I don't know.
Imagine that you love this person so much, and you've lost them, and you're so grief-stricken. Like, you want to make sure... I've also heard a version where she, like, sounded like she fell or something, and he wanted to make sure she was okay. Oh. It's also, like, a reflex. It's a very human... way of reacting. Like, you in this instant, like, I get it, you're out of the cave, you want to turn around because you want to see her, because you're like, oh, I'm out already. But like, she wasn't. I talked about, okay, I don't know if y'all seen this show, but like on Netflix, Kaos, in their, which, what I love about that show is like they also work out the entire personality of Eurydice, and she actually does not want to be with Orpheus anymore. Like, she fell out of love. She feels like she's not really a person next to him because he takes all of the spotlight and he does all, like, only grand gestures for her, and she doesn't want all of that. And she just kind of wants to be her own person, but she feels like she can't be her own person next to Orpheus. And, oh, by the way, I am gonna spoil the entire show, so if you do not want this, please skip ahead.
Watch that. I still want to watch that.
Yeah, just right now, pause this video, go watch the entire show, and then come back here.
So I'll just, like, take off my earplugs or something, or
are you gonna...
I'm just gonna be spoiled.
Are you gonna watch it?
I just added it to my Netflix list.
Okay, take out your headphones. I'm gonna go on a rant, and whenever I wave at you, that's when you put them back in, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so, basically, Eurydice, does not feel like she can be her own person next to Orpheus and everything, so at some point, the moment she says, like, I defy the gods, she dies. Which is very tragic, right? She actually gets hit by a bus, because it's in present time. And then she goes to the underworld, and she actually meets another guy, and they hit it off and stuff, but Orpheus still goes to find her, and he does. Also, I don't know why I didn't really like Orpheus's personality, which is also great because he's like this famous guy, and he's very egotistical in a way, and like mostly thinking about himself and stuff, and his needs, and the fact that he needs Eurydice and that kind of stuff. In the show, Eurydice actually survives, like, getting out of the underworld. She just doesn't go with him. She does not join his side again, and all of that, yes. But she does get out, and they have to bring, like, Zeus down and stuff. It's just great. Like, the fact that they worked out Eurydice's character much more, and, like, she's actually one of the lead characters in that show, I thought that was really cool. So this was my little speech about that, I guess. In that show, like, the farewell was about her literally going a different route than he was. Like, they were getting a divorce, and they would not go together. Anyways, I'm just calling back a Panda real quick.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back, Marit.
Nice, very French.
Yeah, thank you. We can go on with the story if you'd like. I've went on my
Cool.
little rant. Okay. Desperately,
In
he
the
tried
meantime, I've
to.
tried to figure out why Hades is mentioned in this, but Wikipedia doesn't know.
All of them just don't understand. Like the fact this is gonna be called GreekyPie, and then the first myth we covered
no,
is
no, no.
accidentally a Roman one.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Okay, y'all, next time I promise I'll do better. Also, please recommend me stuff. Like I said, like send links and stuff. Either like in the comments or like send them to me through like Insta DMs or whatever, 'cause I will try and cover them the proper way. You know, first time's always a fail. Just with pancakes. Randomly, like, pancakes to me, like, the first one is always perfect, but then the last one is always burnt, because then I forget that
Oh.
I'm making one. And I just walk away, and
Interesting.
it's
That's
charred.
very ADHD of you.
Yeah, thanks. Like, I do not need the last pancake anymore. I'm always like, oh, I'm gonna bake it so we can, like, eat it tomorrow. And then I just leave it and walk away and start doing other stuff.
Entire kitchen burned down, but it's fine. I don't need it anyway.
Like, the smoke alarm always goes off, and, like, the entire thing is charged, but that's fine. Anyways, desperately he tried to rush after her and follow her down, but he was not allowed. The gods would not consent to his entering the world of the dead a second time. While he was still alive, he was forced to return to the earth alone, in utter desolation. Then he forsook the company of men. I'm sorry, I just interpreted that as like all of a sudden he turned gay. It's like I can't have her. No, I'll just be gay, which also
It's
gay
fine.
meant like happy. So he wandered through the wild solitudes of Thrace, comfortless except for his lyre, playing, always playing, and the rocks of the river and the trees heard him gladly. His only companions, but at last a band. Oh, his only companions, the trees, heard him gladly. The trees were his only friends.
Can you imagine being so heartbroken and so whiny about your breakup that like your friends won't even listen anymore and they just say, go scream in the forest or something.
You know, sometimes you have like these friends that just like continue on about like their terrible relationship and stuff, and at some point you're just like, please just break up. Like, I can't listen to this anymore, or like this is going on for like too long, or they're already separated but they just keep being obsessed with this toxic person, and you're just like, talk to a tree, man.
I know some people.
Right? I think that's kind of relatable. I would never actually tell him to go talk to a tree,
Oh,
but
no,
like,
definitely not.
you would think it.
Yeah. Very much.
Yeah, and Orpheus here just was like, listen, I'll just do it. I'll actually make friends with trees. He's the Lorax. Orpheus turned into the Lorax. His ultimate fate. But at last, a band of Maenads, in between brackets it says women, came upon him. They slew the gentle musician, tearing him limb from limb. Oh?
That took a turn.
Borne along past the river's mouth onto the lesbian shore. Nor had it suffered any chance from the sea when the Muses found it and buried it in the sanctuary of islands. His limbs they gathered and placed in a tomb at the foot of Mount Olympus, and there to this day the nightingales sing more sweetly than anywhere else. Okay, that's really sad, but like in my interpretation now, he turned gay, turned into the Lorax, and then got torn apart by lesbians. Sorry.
Wait, so the Lorax is gay?
The Lorax is gay, confirmed.
Anyway.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm taking this serious, I promise.
Oh, that's so funny.
But like torn apart by lesbians. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, they just took him to the
think...
lesbian shore. That's not...
Oh, that's funny. There's this guy on TikTok who, like, makes parodies about guys who make like alpha male videos and stuff,
Oh
and then
shoot,
I
yeah.
think he has one song about the lesbian hunter, and it's so funny.
Oh, I know him.
I love that guy. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is. Like, shout out to him. That was great.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're missing out, man.
Yeah, just look up like the lesbian hunter song on TikTok, please.
It's fine.
Do yourself a favor there.
It's on Spotify too. He made a full version.
Go listen to it. You know what? If I don't forget, I'll just wait. I'll put it at the bottom. Lesbian hunter song in description.
Honestly,
I'll actually
that's so funny.
link to it on Spotify, so y'all can go listen to it if you'd like. Also, I'll of course put the source in the description so y'all can check it out. To see that we've not gone mad here. There's also a little bit like extra context that we can actually read. Shall we do that too?
Sure.
Eurydice and Orpheus were young and in love. So deep was their love that they were practically inseparable. So dependent was their love that each felt they could not live without the other. These young lovers...
They were like 13.
Really? Is
no,
it
I
like
have no idea, but this is giving me huge, like, 13 first boyfriend vibes.
Maybe they were like each other's first partners, and like in that moment they just... These young lovers were very happy and spent their time frolicking through the meadows. I just pictured them like... Whee! One day Eurydice was gaily running through a meadow with Orpheus when she was bitten by a serpent. In this... Okay, so first she was there with like her bridesmaids, but in this one... It was with Orpheus.
Wait, was she there with her bridesmaids?
Yeah, in like the first myth we read. Now with the context it said she was there with... Okay, confusing.
Yeah. Interesting.
One day Eurydice was gaily running to the meadow with Orpheus when she was bitten by a serpent. The poison of the sting killed her and she descended to Hades immediately. Orpheus was son of the great Olympian god Apollo. In many ways, Apollo was the god of music and Orpheus was blessed with musical talents. That's kind of cool that he's Apollo's kid. Also fitting, to be honest.
I think in most
Apollo
myths, he's like the son of the muses, one of the muses. But I guess that's
it can just be like it can be like
Apollo.
The muses and then Apollo together, and then they just made the most musical child they could.
But then he wouldn't be immortal. It's gotta be like one...
No, but he is immortal. Or was he much more than immortal? What did it say?
Oh, he was... On his mother's side, he was more than mortal. So I think, like one of the muses got together with a human man.
But like in this one, it's the god Apollo.
Yeah, so
maybe they just had like a threesome and didn't know. How were you conceived? Yeah, my mom had a threesome with both Apollo and a human man. And, you know, since I'm able to die, we kind of figured out that it was not Apollo.
Oh, that's funny. And also, Greek mythology is one of the few points where you can actually make these jokes and people would be fine with it, because it's Greek mythology, so... Yeah.
It also kind of sounds like something he may do.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Orpheus was so sad about the loss of his love that he composed music. Why am I laughing about that? Orpheus was so sad about the love of his love, of the lost.
The love of his life died. LOL.
Quirky. No, I'm sorry. I was, I was not laughing about that. I just had like a random thought come to me. And that was why I was laughing. Not because of this story, I promise you. I am not a psychopath.
What?
Don't judge me, Marit. That's not... You can't do that. Are you still fine with it, by the way?
Yeah, no, I think it's really funny. Because usually people like try to get the right pronunciation, so you're giving me all this new input on how you could also say my name.
I'm just like trying to give you the wrong input here. I am actively trying to find ways to not say your name the right way. That's also hard. Did you know that?
Yeah.
He was so desperate and found so little else meaningful that he decided to address Hades. As the overseer of the underworld, Hades' heart had to be hard as steel, and so it was. Many approached Hades to beg for loved ones back, and as many times were refused. But Orpheus' music was so sweet and so moving that it softened the steel-hearted heart of Hades himself. Hades gave permission to Orpheus to bring Eurydice back to the surface of the earth to enjoy the light of day. There was only one condition. Orpheus was not to look back as he ascended. He was to trust that Eurydice was immediately behind him. It was a long way back up, and just as Orpheus had almost finished that last part of the track, he looked behind him to make sure Eurydice was still with him. At that moment, she was snatched back because he did not trust that she was there. When you hear music which mourns lost love, it is Eurydice's it is Orpheus' spirit who guides the hand of the musician who plays it. Also gonna link Hades down here, by the way.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I really, really recommend that. It's so good.
It's so good. It's like an entire musical about Eurydice and Orpheus. Which I have only listened to a couple of songs, which
I can quote
Marit is still beating me up over.
I can quote at least half of that musical just from the top of my head.
You think they'll make it? I don't know. Hades, you let them go.
I let them try.
And how about you and I?
It's time for spring. Let's try again next fall.
Wait for me.
No, that's a different song.
And it was like, wait for me, I will, right?
Oh yeah. No, it is.
I know this musical better than you do.
Yeah, I usually like start from the beginning, and then once I get to that song, I need to go and do other stuff. So.
Why? Just don't do other stuff, you know.
Yeah, you know, it's just I'll live on.
You know what I like to
musicals.
do? And Chester absolutely beats me up over it, and I already know you're probably gonna do that as well.
Shuffle?
Yeah.
That's so funny though.
It's hilarious.
I do recommend listening to the whole thing start to finish once. But
I listen to it start to finish once. And then I do shuffle so I can listen to all the songs randomly because my brain needs to not know what's gonna happen next. And it's so funny because you get like weirdest scenarios. Like you go from like them entering the underworld to immediately leaving. Like there's no in between. Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or with like Hamilton, he's like, I'm not gonna throw away my shot, and then he immediately gets shot. like stuff like that.
I had a Hades Town shuffle once, where it's like one of the songs ended so I took him underneath my wing, and that is where he stayed until one day, and then it goes on to like Orpheus, you want to talk to her, but any other song, like from that musical or different songs after that, it's so funny because it's like, and that is where he stayed until one day, and then you go to like the. And the whole musical starts.
Wait, I didn't hear your mic cut you off.
Like, let me see. It's just there's one where Hermes just screams all aboard at the beginning, and it's like I think it's at the start. Or the Hey Little Songbird is also funny. Songbird versus Rattlesnake.
Oh shoot. Fight, little rattlesnake, fight. Wanna entertain me? You know, I plan on doing. Don't leak this idea to anybody else, by the way, please. I want to do it first, if it's gonna turn into anything. But I want to do like when Epic is finally finished. I want to do a live stream where I go through the entire album on shuffle, and then I want to sketch out the new like scenarios that are being created.
Oh, that's funny.
I think it's gonna be super funny. So
You should do that.
I know, but like, don't tell anybody else that I'm doing this because I want to be the first. I'm kidding.
TM.
I'm trademarking this. Y'all can do it
Nice.
after me. No, I'm kidding. Oh, no, but
I wanted to like enlighten one more thing because I googled this myth to see if we were missing any important stuff, and just at the end of the thing I found on Wikipedia, it says after Orpheus was ripped apart by the Maids, the nymphs, whoever,
the women,
he floats down to Hades where he hugs Eurydice, and then since then they walk
alongside each other.
Alongside each other, and every time he walks in front, he can, without punishment, look back to see if Eurydice is still there, and I think that's very cute.
Okay, that's very sweet. I love that.
I thought that needed to be said.
You know, I
Continue.
I talked about this myth because of Kaos, like with my boyfriend, of course.
Mm-hmm.
He said, like, I would ask them if I could wear a blindfold because I would also want to look back and check on you, and then I just couldn't see you.
That's so cute.
He's like, I would rather walk blindly and just like have to make sure I don't trip, or either do trip and still not see you, than risk seeing you and like losing you again.
You guys are the cutest.
He also is like, he completely like understands Orpheus with like losing your lover and then not seeing greatness in anything anymore. Because he's like, I would be like that because I would not be able to live without you. It's just so sweet.
I cried.
Yeah. It's like it's super sweet. He is super sweet. He's also like, I want to die before you do because I don't want to go through losing you. Also, I want to be able to like hold the door open to the afterlife for you. Like, he wants to be there waiting.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really sweet. It's really sweet.
Anyway.
Yay! Like, I heard this story once about like an old couple and the wife was going to die that night, and the caregivers told the husband that, and he was like, okay. And then during the night he died first by heart attack, and then in the morning she died. And like, they talked to the daughter and she said like, oh, he always held the door open for my grandma. So
that's adorable.
He needed to go first in order to do that.
Oh man.
Right? This is just tugging at heartstrings now.
So hard.
But like, I love this story because of that. Like the whole just being so desperately in love thing. Oh.
That's
I love that. Yeah, I think that's really cute. Shall we just leave it on that note? Or do we have more opinions on this?
No, I don't think so.
I hope you all enjoyed the first episode. We like to make jokes about this, but I feel like people can actually appreciate that with this kind of thing. Anyways, please, like I said, like and subscribe, of course. Leave any recommendations you have in the comments with any links that I can go check out, because I'm very curious about all of the other myths that you want us to discuss. Or if we should just like delve into the Odyssey like immediately. But that's gonna take like probably months to finish.
I have this fun little book as well with some stuff in it.
Oh, is it in English?
Yes.
Oh, we can actually read some of those probably.
It's real pretty too.
Oh, I'm gonna steal it.
No.
Yes.
Dang it.
I love how you just accepted your fate there. You were like, no, yes. Dang it. As if I have any power. I don't even really know where you live. Also, don't say that on live, by the way.
I will not.
Great.
Thank you.
I will. No.
That's alright, because you don't know anyway.
No, exactly. Like, I know where she lives. I don't. Anyways.
For legal reasons, I don't.
She lives in Hades Town. That's why it's so bright
Yeah.
outside for you, you know? You're just like in heaven. And you just didn't tell us.
It's just very misty outside.
It looks like you're kind of
But
up
you
in
know,
heaven
I
right
also
now.
have a unicorn, so maybe I am in heaven. You don't know.
Exactly! No, I do, because I guessed right?
Ah, shit.
I'm that smart.
Dang it.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Like I said, like and subscribe, leave any recommendations in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video, this little rant. Thank you so much to oh no, I have to do one last one, right?
Make it a good one.
Thank you so much to Marit for being in this video. And thank you all so much for watching and for like voting about the title name of the series. I believe right now it's gonna be GreekyPie. It can still change because I'll be uploading this tonight and then it will be a definite decision. Anything I
Go
forgot to say?
listen to Hades Town and the Lesbian Hunter song.
Yes, also be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself, because you deserve it. Take good care of yourself. Just basically love yourself. And have an amazing day. We'll see you soon, hopefully.
Bye!
Bye!